Everywhere I ran, something kept following me, but nobody else seemed to notice it. I looked around. Children were laughing. A cyclist rode past me. An old man stopped to buy flowers. Nobody looked up. Nobody looked worried. Then, why couldn't I see the sun? I stepped into the middle of the road. I looked behind me. The clouds moved. I stopped walking. They stopped too. For the first time, I wasn't afraid of the sky. I was afraid that it knew where I was. I told myself I was overthinking, so I walked to the nearest cafe. The girl at the counter smiled. "One coffee?" I nodded. She handed me the cup. "Have a nice day." Simple words, normal words. Yet I kept wondering, did she know, or was my own mind speaking through her smile? I left before finishing the coffee. I crossed the market. Everything looked ordinary. Fresh fruit, people bargaining, children asking for ice cream. The world looked alive. Only mine didn't. Then a little boy looked at me and waved. For a second, I thought he was pointing at the clouds. He wasn't. He was waving at his mother. I smiled at myself, then looked up. The clouds were still there. I got on a bus. I chose the last seat, not because it was empty, because nobody could sit behind me. Every time the bus stopped, someone got off. Nobody sat beside me. I don't know why, but that hurt. It felt like even strangers could feel there was something wrong with me. When I reached home, I closed every curtain. If I couldn't see the clouds, maybe they couldn't see me. I waited. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, nothing. Slowly, I opened the window. They were still waiting, exactly above my house, like they knew I wasn't ready. The next morning, I couldn't live with the question anymore, so I went back to the place I had been avoiding. The street looked ordinary. Nothing was broken, nothing was haunted. Yet, my chest felt heavier with every step. Then I remembered, not all at once, just enough. A friend had trusted me. He told me something he had never told anyone else. The next day, I repeated it. I told myself it was just one conversation, but that one conversation cost him every friendship he had. I watched him stand alone, and I said nothing. Not because I didn't know the truth, because admitting it would mean admitting I had become someone I never wanted to be. I looked up one last time. The clouds hadn't disappeared. Not yet. So I whispered, "I'm sorry." No thunder, no strange voice, no miracle, just silence. Then a single ray of sunlight slipped through the clouds. For the first time in days, I felt warmth, not because the weather had changed, because I had. Sometimes the world doesn't become darker after we make a mistake. Our guilt simply paints shadows on a sky that was blue all along.